Good evening, Flosstube. I hope everyone's doing well. My name's Tara Sullivan, Silly Stitches. So this is my Flosstube number 8. Today is Wednesday, June 26th. I can never remember the date. Always have to look at it. I hope everyone's doing well. Trying to stay as cool as you can in this hot summer. So I haven't recorded for about a month. It's been really busy. I think last time we met, I was kind of talking about getting into the Patriotic stitching and doing the Hollis Hand Creates Summer Holiday Sal. And working on that and starting that. I did some other Patriotic pieces, and then I was going to StitchCon Weekend Day. I did go to StitchCon Weekend Day. A lot of you know or have heard tributes that our good friend Jen Winthizer, Purple Stitcher, passed away. I was heading to StitchCon and I got the news that she had passed. So we were at StitchCon together last year. I'm going to talk about a piece that we all did. So me and her and me, Jen, and Marcy Thiessen, who is Mimi Thiessen, all went to StitchCon. We were all working on a piece together and we finished that together. So last year she wasn't feeling the best at StitchCon. She went to the doctor and unfortunately she was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and passed away the morning that we were heading to StitchCon this year. So I was about 3 hours into the trip. I made the decision to go ahead and continue. She had wanted to come to StitchCon. She wanted us all to go to StitchCon. She was hoping she was going to be, you know, progress more in her treatment to where she could go. And we all hope that as well. So, you know, we went to StitchCon and decided how better to celebrate you know, a wonderful needle worker than with, you know, as many people as you can, many stitchers as you can. So it's very hard, but we're getting through it. So let's see. So I kind of wanted to talk about this piece. So a lot of you have seen this on my Instagram and my Flosstube, but so this is Harvest Friends by Teresa Kogut. So this piece was great. This is the piece that we finished, Jen Winthizer, myself, and Marcy at StitchCon last year. So what we did, and this was all Jen's idea, she had seen this Patreon chart. We were in a Manor, and she was like, oh, you guys got to sign up for Teresa Kogut's Patreon. We got perfect chart because we had been talking about doing like a piece together time and time again. So we went in and I saw the piece and of course fell in love. Anything fall, how can you not? So the great thing about this is we all three have this piece. We all three stitched everything but the pumpkin people. And so we each picked a pumpkin person and stitched it on each other's piece. So, you know, I had Jen stitch this one, I stitched this one 3 times, and Marcy stitched this one 3 times. So it's really kind of a great piece, of course, to have to commemorate our friendship, and I'll treasure it. So kind of want to talk about what I've been doing, what I've been working on. As I mentioned, I kind of got into a Patriotic kick. I did not stitch a lot at StitchCon. There's been tons of great StitchCon recaps. There's nothing I can add. Everybody's got it. Basic Stitches did a wonderful job. Going through my notes now. Let's see, Jessie Marie Does Stuff did a great one. Stitching Jim did a wonderful one. Finally, a Farm Girl and Stitchy Linda. They all did, Mega Stitches, they all did kind of great StitchCon recaps. And I know I'm missing people. Guys, remember, I can't remember anything. I promise. I really try to make notes. But I stitched very little at StitchCon. So, kind of first thing I want to show you is when I was at StitchCon, when I had been with some friends in Michigan and I had finished, Winds of Autumn by Blackbird Designs. So Susan Coates was with us in Michigan. She is the finisher for Keepsakes. And so I just handed it to her when I got done with it. And I was like, finish this for me and I'll get it at StitchCon. So it is absolutely beautiful. So she did all the top. She did all, you know, finished it into the strawberry. So it's just, and the reason this line's here is because me being me, I didn't cut enough fabric for it. So even Susan's so good that she cut the fabric, matched it up, and fixed it for me because I didn't cut enough. That's what a great finisher does for you. So this is Winds of Autumn out of the Blackbird design book. This was I think this was a birthday start for Christine Hollis Hand Create and Becky Socks for Mom last year, but I jumped in it late and just went ahead and finished it up because I love this design. So I thought I would show that first. I picked that up at StitchCon, and I'll show kind of all my haul and everything, Stitchy Kindness, everything kind of at the end of the video, but I thought I would just kind of do the stitching first if that was okay. So as I mentioned, I did not really work on anything but one project at StitchCon. I was like, and I don't even have it, so I apologize. But so Lady Liberty, which is a Blackbird design drum, and I thought I had it somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and warn you guys, this is gonna not be my normal. I'm gonna be all over the place, but Lady Liberty, the Blackbird design drum. So I had finished the top, and I had started on this side piece of the drum. Now, it's a small, but we all know some smalls are different. So I had just like all the filling of the white. So I was like, oh, that's gonna be perfect. I'll just work on that at StitchCon. Well, that took me about 3 days at StitchCon. I will not lie to you. So I finished it up. I walked back there where Susan was in the StitchCon room, and I just handed it to her, and I said, I'll see you soon. Just pick it up. You just go ahead and finish it for me. So I know she'll do a beautiful job. I did take some other smalls for her and for Jan, Jan Calvert, both the finishers, to finish for me at StitchCon. So I'm excited to see those and get those back eventually. But so I finished Lady Liberty, the top and the side. And then I had started Saturday night of StitchCon late. I started, of course, everyone's stitching this. Who is not? This is Faded Flag by October House Fiber Arts. Such a cute design. Let me get my paper so I can tell you what I stitched it on. I know I did 40 count Fox and Rabbit Dust Bunny, but let me just confirm. Yep, 40 count Fox and Rabbit Dust Bunny. I did stitch the Call for threads on that one. So this is my Faded Flag. Very, very cute. Close enough for you guys. It's kind of a denim-y gray color, I thought. At least mine was. That's what I saw it as. So I thought it looked really cute with that piece. And then when I got home, I was still in the mood to do some Patriotic smalls. So what I did is I worked on, so this is like the Liberty House from Little House Needleworks. So this one's really cute because it comes like this, and you have the chart, but it comes with silk. So it was a silk kit. So you got the silks with it to complete it. So I did this one on 36 count Vintage Country Mocha. Just had a piece, so turned out really cute. I think it'll be a really cute little small to have displayed. And then, again, I was still in the mood for some fours. So this is Holiday Hoople, 4th of July by Brenda Gervais, or With Thy Needle and Thread. Again, Holiday Hoople, 4th of July. And yes, Yvette, I have not put it in the round circle yet. I was supposed to do it right away, and I didn't do it. Holiday Hoople, 4th of July. And I did this one on 40 count Vintage Country Mocha. I did not use the Whisper thread. I'm not a huge fan of the Whisper. I mean, it's fine in white, right? So I did not use it, but he turned out super cute. I've always loved that design. I'm glad to have it finally done, and I will get it in the hoop. I got the hoop, I just didn't do it. And then next I did Chessie&Me Long May She Wave. This comes as a fully kitted project. It comes with all the silks and the fabric. Now I think the fabric was like a older weeks, which is not my favorite. So I did change it to, I think this is an XJU Designs Rustic Driftwood. Just a scrap piece that I had. I think it turned out really cute. And I did the over one. They said just to do it in tent stitch, so I did. I like to cross over a lot of times my my over one, but this one I thought it turned out cute. It's really not that distracting. Sometimes I know it can look a little sparse. But yeah, it was 36 count XU Design Rustic Driftwood, and I used the called for thread that was in the kit. So another really cute little small. And then I started and finished Baltimore Saltbox. Oh, sorry guys. Baltimore Saltbox by With Thy Needle and Thread. So this is actually calls for, I think it's 28 count mushroom Lagana over one. I wasn't gonna put it in the box, even though it's adorable. I just wasn't gonna put it in the box. So I decided to take it a little easier on myself and do 40 count. And I use 40 count lap and loops by Small Potatoes. So, sorry. .40 count lap and loops Small Potato, and I used the called for threads. So I think it turned out so cute. I'm gonna just get it framed. It's a really cute little design, and I'm just gonna get it framed. So that's kind of my finishes since I saw you guys last, except for Lady Liberty, which you'll see fully finished when I get it back. Sorry, I have to look at my notes. I always make notes. Let's see. And then I decided to kind of go back to my American Sampler. So a lot of you guys know this is Plum Street's American Sampler. This is the project that I'm doing for Hollis's summer holiday stitch along. I'm pretty sure that's it. Hollis's, y'all know. So anyway, it was to start a project on Memorial Day and to have it finished by Labor Day. So she chooses, it doesn't have to be Plum Street. She chooses anything American, but you know, or patriotic, but a little bit bigger or Americana. And then she stitches it during that time and tries to have it finished by Labor Day. So I made really good progress on it. I've loved stitching it. It's been so much fun. I thought I was gonna get the fill-in done at StitchCon. Didn't even touch it. So this is my progress on American Sampler by Plum Street. Kind of come down. I got a good bit of the house done. I need to start filling in the house, the windows, but I did finish all the roof. It looks super cute. And I'm doing this with the called for threads, but on 40 count Dolly Madison from Fox and Rabbit. So 40 count Fox and Rabbit. Scrap that. 40 count Dolly Madison by Needle and Flags. Sorry, Rachel, that was not intentional. So 40 count. This is why I look at my notes, guys. So 40 count. I almost said it again. 40 count Needle and Flax Dolly Madison. Sorry guys, I'll wake up here in a minute. You know, it's only 6 o'clock. You think I'd be awake by now, but I guess today was hard. So I'm loving my progress on that. I hope to have it done by Labor Day. Fingers crossed for me that I'll get it done by then. So everybody say a good word for me. And then a lot of times I like to have like a small project or not a small project, but a simpler project if work's been bad when my brain's kind of like this, or when, you know, I just don't have a lot of time, maybe just an hour or so to stitch before, you know, it's time to start the day again the next day, or at lunchtime. I'll sometimes stitch at lunch. So what I've been working on, and I don't have a ton of it, but this was a whip of mine. So, and I'm sorry, in my disarray, I have lost the front cover of this. I have it, I just can't find it. I put it somewhere safe. And when I say that, I usually lose it. So this was a project that I have had kitted up forever. Literally the fabric label on it was from Rock Hill, which was Stitch and Frame, which is a shop in Rock Hill, South Carolina, until they closed. But like April of 08 was the sticker tag on it. So I've had this thing kitted up. You do the math. I need a mathematician or Steph, because I like math, but it didn't like me. So this was on 40 count Palomino. So this is Plum Street Samplers Salem Sisters 2. I love this color. Like I said, I'm just working on a little bit here and there. Not really worried about my progress, but instead of starting anything else new, I really kind of wanted to get my whip count down, because we'll talk about that in a minute, kind of with my plans. So this is Salem Sisters 2, and it's done on 40 count Palomino with the called for threads. So I have done Salem Sisters 1 and I really love it. So I am going to get reset and come back here in a minute and join you again. With still lots more to show, so I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. It's like you didn't even know I was going. No, I'm teasing. So what I thought I would do now is I'm gonna take some breaks in between this video, just trying to get reset. I've been trying to stack everything around me, and I'm like, you guys don't mind a pause, you don't even see it. So let's just let's pause and reset on some of these before you break something. So I normally do a designer spotlight. I know I didn't do one last time. I'm not doing one this time. Just bear with me. I haven't forgot about it. I will come back to doing those again. But I did, when I last went to the framer, when I picked up, I did take a few things back. So we have our upstate stitchers who meets in Easley, South Carolina, at a local church there. We have a stitching group, and I was told Scarlett I was going to name who was hooping it up on Instagram. I told her I was going to name this episode Scarlett Goes to the Framer for me, because she lives really close to him, so she picked up my finishes for me, which was great. I'm going to try to do these cold. Probably not smart without my brain dead I am. But you guys give me some grace, I know. So first one is Scarlett House, the Stitcher's Alphabet. I did finish it on the board, the called for board. I used, I'm not gonna know fabric, but I use fabric and the called for threads normally. So I think I did the 40 count size, the smaller one. I know she has a 36 and an 18 too, I believe, but love how it turned out. So cute. Stitcher's Alphabet by Scarlett House. The next one was my birthday start. So a lot of you guys joined me. Thank you so much for celebrating my birthday with me. This is Kathy Barrett Vibrant Flowers that came out at Market. Love how we ended up framing it. We just chose like a kind of reddish brown frame because it has so much red in it. But it turned out so cute. So again, that's Vibrant Flowers by Kathy Barrett. The next one is Lottie Da that Hollis Hands and I saw at Market. It was Lottie Da Rejoice, Always Rejoice. Or it might have just been Rejoice Always, but great little design. Ended up just doing this brown kind of knotted frame with it. I think it turned out really good. Love that one. The next one was, and again, you guys kind of all saw these recently. These are all ones that I recently, most of them are ones that I recently had stitched and finished, but now they're fully finished. So I hope you don't mind seeing them again, fully finished. So this one is by Pineberry Lane, Sarah Platt. I think 18, I don't know, Sarah Platt. I'm doing good to know the name. So did it in this kind of orangish, kind of burnt rust color frame. I think it turned out super cute. Sarah Platt. And I will post these as well on my Instagram. Some people like the still photos too. So I'll make sure I get those on my Instagram account as well. This is a Threadwork Primitives. I think it was Quaker Sampler, if I remember correctly. Quaker something. Sorry, I had a fuzz there. So, it's like a blackish color. I wanted to do like a black sampler, the black thread sampler. So I love how that turned out. That's not the call for, but I know when I finished it, I put it on Instagram with the thread and the fabric that I used. So I'll try to be better prepared in the future, but I love how that one turned out. And then also, you guys know a lot of us started this after market. We fell in love with this little sampler. This is MH, or the Green Rabbit sampler, as a lot of people refer to it, from Threadwork. Wow, tonight is not my night. MH sampler. So, love how that one turned out. I know Hollis got hers framed too. She did her framing on it, but she did a white frame. It looks really good with white too. Maybe kind of second guess what I did, but too late now. It's already done. And then this one was one that I had stitched previously that I just had not gotten fully finished. So this is a Nora Corbett, one of the witches. And I love how this turned out. Just did a black frame on it, but you can see all the beading in her. I love this design. So, Nora Corbett. One of the Bewixen Pixies that she had. So those are kind of the frame pieces that I got back from the framer. A lot of fun. So now I'm just going to kind of talk. So I hope to have some plans. Of course, I'm still going to be working on American Sampler for the holiday sale. But I do kind of want to participate as well in the, I think it's thenaptimestitcher, Stitch the Summer Olympics. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull from my whips. So what she does, if you don't follow her, you need to go out and find her on Instagram, the thenaptimestitcher. She does Stitch the Summer Olympics, and she does, like, for every day, she does like a different like category for you to stitch on something. So like, you know, like the first day or the opening ceremony is like a new start or a 2024 start. And then, you know, she has like a Patriotic day and oldest whip day and a stitch along day, which is, it's just fun. Like I said, I'm going to pull hopefully for I'm going to do one new start and I'll show you guys that. But everything else, I'm just going to pull from my whips and use my whips and try to work down through some of those. I don't have a lot of whips. When I say whips, I have 10, 10 or less, maybe 11 starting July 1st, which I don't even have that to talk about. You know, I try to keep a lower, I'm pretty monogamous, so I keep a lower whip count. Not that I don't have it kitted, it's kitted, it's ready to go probably somewhere. I just don't normally start. I don't like to, you'll see, I don't really like to fold up my fabric and put it in a bag. Like I just kind of roll I have a project folder and I just kind of roll them all up in that project folder. I mean, I'll leave like the pattern and the chart in the bag, but I don't really fold my stitch and put it. I'm weird. I'm strange. I know, it's okay. But so my current whips, I thought I would show those so you kind of knew. I didn't like plan like each day of the summer or Stitch the Olympics because I wanted to be able to pull from any of those 10. So I just kind of would take the day and put a whip. If I, you know, needed something specific, I'd put this, you know, the piece in there, like my oldest whip of these whips, you know, that kind of thing. So you've seen a lot of these before. I'm not really showing you anything new, but I thought that would be okay to kind of do that so you could kind of see my plans. So my current whips, I've already showed American Sampler, and I've already showed you guys Salem Sisters too. So I have those two. And then I'm just gonna kind of go through order. You guys have seen this one a bunch, but I am going to finish it this year. You know, whenever you say I am gonna do something, you know what happens, right? I plan to, I hope to finish it this year. Let's say it that way. This is Little Birds by Blackbird Designs. Love this chart. And I'm gonna work my best to finish it this year. Oh, this is gonna be, well, this is gonna be hard because I got them all out of order. But that's okay, I can fix it. So this is Little Birds by Blackbird Designs. Again, you guys have seen it. I've got a lot. I've got really good progress. So when I say hopefully I can finish it this year, I don't have like, you know, 2 little flowers at the top. So I've come down, I've done every section until the last house. And then I've even done the middle section. But as you can see, I've got another house and I have almost the entire border still to go. So still a good bit of stitching. It's not a small design, but it is beautiful. So that is one of my whips. Blackbird Designs, Little Birds. Okay, the next one I'll show you guys is, a lot of you have seen, like I said, all of these, but that's okay. This one is Carriage House Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. So I am stitching this one. We have a Sal that meets on Friday night, a group that meets. Some never have worked on it yet, but I will. So this is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. That will not be finished this year. I'm kidding. You never know. But it looks like this one. And as I mentioned before, I'm gonna kind of modify this one a little bit. I have the 2 blocks done at the top. And then I'm gonna do the middle block, and then I'm gonna do the Headless Horseman block and the train block. So I'm gonna just do 6 of the 9. However many, 6 of the 12. 6 of the 12. Told you math's not my friend tonight. So I think that'll be cute. God, I bet you guys are going, "Ooh, Tara, you should have recorded another night." I kind of thought that I should have recorded another night, but I was hearing some rumblings I needed to go ahead and record. So I don't think it would have been better any other night. So my next one is, I guess I should be showing you guys these bags. I do have these in bags. So this is just a cute vinyl front bag that I have. Teresa Kogut fabric, which I love. This is a Dot Dot Goose Designs bag. So I don't really know if you can count this as a start. This is where Always My Dilemma kind of comes. But as you can see, this one is Plum Street Hello Fall. And this is being stitched on 40 count light exemplar. How cute is that? Got so much done. Can you stand it? But I love this pattern, so I'm very excited to work on it again. I don't mind that it's just a little bit. This in here so I don't lose it. Okay. And I do have, you remember guys, I put all my floss in bags. So you can't really see the colors that great. Sorry about that, but they're great for me when I'm stitching. And then I have this adorable little witch, little floss, you know, charm on it. Okay. So the next one whip that I have is, let's do this one. So this one is, this was from Patreon as well. So from Teresa Kogut's Patreon, this was Mischief Brewing. There's can see my bag ate my jar. Sorry about that. But this is Mischief Brewing. Love this design. It's so cute. Again, it's just a vinyl front bag. And this is the back. There's not a tag on this one, but my hair on it though. But such a cute fabric. So I need like somebody to hand it to, let them put it in the bag. But this is my start on it. I'm doing this on 40 count. I think 40 count. Let's see if it's 40 count or 36 count. This is 40 count Fox and Rabbit Hogs Bristle. So I can actually say Fox and Rabbit this time, not be wrong. But that's my start on it. It's so cute. It's not a small design either, but I've kind of discussed about maybe cutting some of it off, and I've gotten a lot of flack, so I'm gonna stitch it as is. But, you know, not flack, but they were just like, you're gonna be disappointed if you leave something out, and they're right, I will be, because it's cute as it is. This one, again, I hope I have this one with me. Nope, I don't have this one with me, so I'm not gonna show it. I'm just gonna mention it. It is, and I have really just that much of a start, but hey, it's a start. And you know, talking about like sampler September, you know, that might be what I work on, which is from when I was at Hobby House last year for Scarlett House. They did, she did a Red Manor sampler. So that is one of my whips, and that might be what I work on for sampler September or in the Stitch to Summer holidays. The next one that I have is, this is Peace, Love, and Purpose. This is actually my oldest whip from Paulette. So Peace, Love, and Purpose. And I have this in the cute, like, patchwork poppies bag that I got. And then this is my start. Again, another massive one. So that's Peace, Love, and Purpose. That one I do have the stuff in, but I don't squish it down. I just kind of leave it rolled up. Okay, the next one is Mini Mansions, which was a sow that Sweetwater Stitcher and the Wandering Stitcher were doing. I don't have very much progress at all, but Mini Mansions, I love it. It came out at market from Beez. Such a cute design. I have it in project bag made by Jen. Jen used to make project bags, not full-time, but would make them for special occasions. And I have several of her bags, and they're beautiful. But this is done on with the called for on Dolly Madison. So it's kind of ghosty, but still really pretty. Hope to get back to that one. And then my last whip that I have is, which is not my favorite because I messed it up, but that's okay. So this is, we've talked about this one before, Stacy Nash Primitives. This is the Harriet Brown redwork sampler pinkeep. You know, it's a front and a back. So if you're stitching that, just if you want to stitch the whole thing, great. If you don't do what I did, which is just start stitching it. And I got that kitted up from Country Sampler. It's really pretty. I didn't want to do all that back. So what I'm going to modify it just a little bit, and that's my progress on it. But I'm going to modify it a little bit and then probably frame it instead of making it a pillow, I believe. We'll see what happens when the time comes. So those are all my kind of whips. So you can see, like, I can use almost any of them for the Stitch to Summer Olympics, which is great. That starts on, of course, on 7/26 and ends on 8/11. But look at that from the Naptime Stitcher. Looks like a lot of fun. I've never participated in it, so I thought it would be fun, and I can work down on some of my WIPs instead of new starts. Like I said, I might have one new start. So one of the criteria that I kind of couldn't fulfill from any of my WIPs was water. So she had one that was like the swimming day that she did water. So I knew that at that time I would really be into more of fall stitching because I started Patriotic kind of earlier, like everyone, and kind of will be ready to move to fall. So what I have decided to do is I've decided to stitch stranded jacks, because that's water to me. It's a mermaid. It counts. So, and the whale, So I'm going to do stranded jacks. I've always loved this pattern. I haven't decided if I'm going to do them as individual smalls, because they're adorable as smalls. But then she has the option, you can stitch them all as one long piece too. So tell me what you think. Like, I know everybody will be disagreeing, and then I'll try to count it up, but maybe I'll do like an Instagram poll and let you guys decide, kind of how I did my birthday Sal, since that seemed to be, that's the reason I've never started this pattern. I've had it for a long time, had it kitted up, and I always go back on, do it all as one piece or do it as the smalls. So maybe that's what I'll do, is do like an Instagram poll, and then we can kind of all decide together on what I should do, since I seem to be kind of indecisive. So again, I'm going to reset, kind of clean up all this mess, take another little break, and get right back with you, and kind of go through my Stitchy Kindness, my haul, talk a little bit about StitchCon, and go from there. Okay, so as I kind of mentioned, to kind of talk about my StitchCon haul, some Stitchy Kindness, things of that nature. So StitchCon, of course, you guys have seen it. You get entire bags just full of so much kindness, so much goodness. Everyone is so generous. It's amazing how much people give you at this event. You're really just shocked. So I'm not going to go through everything. I got this like wonderful little tomato StitchCon bag that has stuff. It's just you can't even cover it all. And they have tomatoes. It's just overly generous. I got this cute little stitch bag from our friend Joe, Cross Stitch Crossing. Just someone made the Aaron and Jan, handmade by Aaron and Jan. They did this great little thread bed. And I know I'm going to forget stuff, guys. That's why I didn't really want to kind of go through it all. But I'm just going to highlight a few things. So got that. Finally, a farm girl came up. She had some Patriotic strawberries made, and she was kind enough to give me one of them as well. How cute is that? And then Mary, she's from Georgia, so her and her daughter was there. We were at a retreat years ago, and I should have wrote it down so I wouldn't forget, but we were at a retreat years ago at my LNS, and we did like door prizes, and she won this, and she had heard me in the back going, man, if I get caught, I'm taking this little Halloween box, because we all know I love Halloween. So she was so nice. She knew I was coming to StitchCon, and she hadn't done anything with it for years, and she was like, I'm taking that to Tara. I know she'll love it. So thank you so much. It was so good to see you and your daughter again, and to spend a little time with you. So that was so nice. And then I was part of, so if you've watched Finally a Farm Girl and Stitchy Linda, you heard about Tomato Gate. So I was one of the lucky people to purchase the tomato. We were in the late night room. Very funny story. We were in the late night room. Sweet Chaos came in there, saying she was going downstairs early, and she did. I couldn't believe it. I got down there about 7:30, I think, she was in line. I was like, man, props to you, because we were up late. but she got us tomatoes. So it was very funny in there. We were all cutting up so hard and laughing so hard. You couldn't tell who wanted tomato and who didn't. So I can't believe she even got one of them, but I was one of the lucky recipients of the tomato. So as part of that, I did receive, so this is from Catherine. Catherine she does make custom bags. I think you just have to reach out and contact her. And this is her information. Show that. Hopefully you guys can all see that well. So Catherine was so sweet. We had gone to dinner. Probably everybody else doesn't think this is funny, but I thought it was hilarious. We had gone to dinner. I was kind of laying across 2 chairs talking to Marcy. And I see this, like, you know, sweet lady just pop her head up over the chairs. And she was like, you know, Tara, I know you mentioned on your video that you're doing patriotic stitching, so I made this bag for you. Now, I haven't received anything from anybody, and I can't even believe anybody would give me anything for watching my videos. I just appreciate you guys watching. I love project bags. I love them. You'll see, I bought a few of them after StitchCon. Anyway, so she was so sweet. So she handed me this patriotic bag. It's like a double zipper, so it has like a small pocket in it. You can see kind of the fabric inside. And then it has the larger pocket as well. So it was so sweet and so meaningful to me. And I really, really appreciate it, Catherine. But like I said, I don't expect, I can't even believe you guys watch me. So the fact that anybody would give me anything kind of tailor-made or custom to me, I was blown away by the kindness. So thank you. And that story, I was laying down talking to Marcy, and like I said, she came up and she was like, I just want to give you this back. I was like, ma'am, can I please stand up? I was like, I'm so embarrassed to be laying across 2 chairs. You know, it's hard to walk up a room to people, you know, that you really don't know. And she was so kind. So thank you again. So that, and then I did buy a few things, not a lot at StitchCon. I didn't need anything. Like if I knew if there was something that really struck my fancy, I'd get it. But overall, it was pretty well behaved. I didn't really need a lot of fabric. So, I mean, I went to, like I said, I dropped smalls off. That's really kind of where I put my money into to get those finished. I went to Keepsakes the first day I got there, and then we went back again one of the days. All the days run together. And then, of course, they had the annex. So at the annex, I bought, I got one of these, the cute little stitcher bobs. I love these. And these are all handmade with love by Nana K. So she was a vendor. And so this is like to hold your phone or your pattern. I just thought the fabric was so pretty, and I just love the design. So I bought one of those, and I set my phone on it proudly all StitchCon, even though Marcy said it took up too much room at the table. And if any of you have ever gone to a retreat with Marcy, you know how hilarious that is, because Marcy does nothing but take up room at a table. So she was giving me such fits over that. Like, it was on my stitching mat. Like, everything was on my stitching mat, but she was still giving me fits, which was so funny. I did see this design finished. It was so cute. This is Erin Elizabeth Design Stars and Stripes. They're all cute, but I love this one. And I love they have 3 different fabrics on the pillow and this flag. This will definitely be a patriotic one that I try to work on next year. And then she also had the dinky dyes there that you could buy that went with the design. So I thought that was great. So I went ahead and got the dinky dyes too. So it'll be ready to go when I'm ready to stitch it. But that one was super cute. And then I did buy a couple more patriotic bags. And these are also handmade by Nana K. And I don't think she has a shop online. I think she was just a vendor for Keepsakes this time. But her bags are so adorable. And I know I'm forgetting something. So it was funny because Sweet Chaos and Chrissy came up to me again, and they had bought this this magnet, and they were like, that's perfect for Tara. We're gonna give that to her. So they were great. They really kind of spent a lot of time with me at late night stitching and kind of brought me into the Florida group. So I thank you, ladies. I appreciate it. Appreciate being able to spend time with you and have so much fun. We had a really good time. And then I kind of transitioned out of StitchCon, and I have bought some things since StitchCon. I did buy some 40 count buttercream lakeside linen. I know it's not great to see. Well, I'm not taking it out there, but so, and then I did look up and get one of the Nicole's Needleworks bags. I love this blue fabric. It's so pretty. That's like a feeding frenzy. You just got to go as fast as you can. You can't even think about it. You just got to, me please, me please. Same with Como Stitchers. I'm sorry, Como Stitches. She had the Patriotic mini bag, and I love this one. Cute little fabric inside. It's like for your smalls, your Patriotic smalls. And then I chose her patchwork bag that she made. Now Jess, she sells like, you have to like, she usually does like a live on Friday morning to kind of show what she's going to have. And then I think it's like 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. She'll start adding them to her Etsy shop. But she's Como Stitches. You should just follow her and pay attention to what she's doing. She has some beautiful bags. I did buy the, I think this is all because of Brenda. I'm going to blame her this time. Penny and Toonie bag. You know, it looks patriotic, but you could use this anytime. That's what I loved about it. So, and it's kind of funny how all these bags, but hey, they'll be there for next year. So I'll look at it. And then at StitchCon, Judy came up to me. She was so nice. Judith, not Judy, sorry, came to me. She was so nice. We were talking, she's from North Carolina, and we were talking about like bags and stuff. She's like, well, if you could have any theme bag, what would you have? And I was like, you know, Halloween. I was like, oh, Halloween, of course. And I like them all, as you can see, but the Halloween's special to me. And she was like, oh, okay. And so like later on that day, they had gone to a quilt shop, and she came up and she had these like bolt of fabric, and she was like, would you like this? And I was like, absolutely, I like that. So she actually, you know, came home. They come to Greenville a good bit, her and her husband. Come to Greenville, and she messaged me this week, or actually today, and she was like, hey, I got your bag. I was like, oh man, let's just meet at my local shop, and we can, you know, meet up and catch up. And she was so kind. She made this bag for me because I love Halloween, and this little witch girl, I mean, oh my God. But she is on Instagram. She monogrammed it. Girls from the South, we like anything monogrammed. And then it has the back panels, all different ones too. I mean, look at those characters. Aren't they great? And then the inside has fabric, like the matching line fabric to it. It's just so adorable. So thank you so much. I so appreciate it. Again, I can't believe anybody would even think about me. I cannot sew, not a seamstress. So when people blow me away by their talent, I'm always shocked. So she does make custom bags too. Again, she doesn't like have like a bunch listed on a site. You can just message her on Instagram. So this is her Instagram name. So JHYANDLE, just in case you can't read my handwriting. Again, her Instagram is JHYANDLE. But thank you again. It's so good catching up with you today and meeting your husband. I really, really appreciate it. So, and then my good friend, so when I went to North Carolina we didn't go to Weaverville. We went to Waynesville. Me and a group of friends who have stitched together for years met, and we were all talking about, you know, kind of what we would like to stitch, you know, if we could. And we were kind of talking about Mirabilia Queen of Freedom. Now, this is my good friend Kathy. This is her copy of Queen of Freedom by Mirabilia. So she brought this to me. Well, she sent it through a friend because she's in Alabama. But she sent it through our friend Glenda for me to be able to stitch this. So Kathy, I appreciate it. I promise I'll get it back to you as soon as possible. But she has stitched this, hung in our house. We used to go over there and stitch years ago, and it hung behind her stitching chair. And I would always just be like, wow, I love that piece. And then my friend Charlotte, Hooping It Up, has stitched it too. And it's just a piece I've always loved. So I will get to this. I don't know when, but sooner than later. I'll put it that way, because I love that piece. I just have to decide, do I want to do it on the constitutional fabric, or am I just going to do it on something else? So that'll be a decision for me. And then Yvette Go and I were talking about a Blackbird that I love. And she's like, well, I've stitched that. I'll send it to you. So she sent me Blackbird Designs Forget Me Not. So I've always loved this pattern. Very, very kind of her to send it to me. So I will be stitching that as well. Again, Blackbird Designs Forget Me Not. Such a cute piece. And it's out of print. You can't print it. But the wonderful thing about Yvette, she's a beautiful quilter too. And all of a sudden, like, I get this box, and it's a larger box, and I'm like, what's in this box? And she had been joking around that she was going to send me a Halloween quilt. And I was like, you don't need to do, it's too nice. And so, like, when I have to stand up to show this, when I kind of opened up the box, she had. So she had sent me this Halloween quilt. So I'll try to get back farther enough so you can see it. And I'll bring it in a little closer. But how nice is that? It's a big witch's boot with a pumpkin in it. It's got like pumpkin fabric on the back. So it's perfect for me. Pumpkins and witches, and I'm all down for it. But then that wasn't where she stopped at. Like, I was like, oh my God. So she sent me, she had like these just little small pieces that she puts on tables or under, the Patriotic one. Then this little one that's going to go on my stitching table as soon as I clean it off. How cute is that? And then this house's one. So Yvette, thank you. You did not need to do that either. So kind of you. I tell you, people don't understand, but crafters are the most generous people in the world. They want someone who loves what they do, and we all love it, and we can appreciate it, because, I can't do it. I can never return the kindness of something like that, but I can appreciate it, and I love it, and so appreciative of it. We even sent out some stuff when Jen passed. She wanted a donation to the Kidney Foundation. Marcy Thiessen did a great post, kind of told everybody about it if you want to see the information. But the stitchers in our community, we sent a beautiful arrangement to the funeral, and also was able to donate $1,000 to the Kidney Foundation. So it's just amazing, the generosity in this community. So okay, so I kind of talk about what I watched. Some of you really like this, and some of you give me great suggestions, so thank you for that. I haven't really listened to a lot. I did listen to a book, I think on the way to StitchCon, but I can't remember what it was. So I guess it wasn't too impactful, but there's been a lot going on. But I did watch on Hulu the Cult Massacre One Day in Jonestown. Wow. If you guys have not watched that, you guys need to watch it. They had a ton of footage, a ton of coverage from it. It was amazing. I did watch, I like the Next Door Guest with David Letterman, how he does the interviews on Netflix. He did Miley Cyrus, and that was really good. I enjoyed that one. I watched Traders, Easy TV. I think I've mentioned it before. I don't mind a little trash TV. Give me some Real Housewives and it's the best stitching in the world. So I watched Traders. I really enjoyed that. And then I watched Hulu The Brats, about the Brat Pack. And I grew up with those movies. So I really thought I was going to enjoy it, but I don't know what my hair's doing now. I really thought I was going to enjoy it, but I didn't really like it. They just were kind of whining the whole time. I have a ton of Flosstube that I've watched. You guys keep me company when I'm stitching, so thank you for that. And I know what effort it is to record and the time that you put into these things. So thank you to all the Flosstube community. It's amazing. But going to an event like StitchCon, you really kind of really regenerates you and kind of really renews your love of Flosstube, and getting to meet everybody in person is just wonderful. So some of the Flosstubers that I met in person, I know Pam and Steph. I've known them for years. Of course, you can't talk about StitchCon without talking about Pam and Steph. But again, I know I'm going to miss people, not intentional. But some people I did not know that I met, which were great, was Stitching Jem, Jem. And I'm going to list these all in the show notes. She's a sweetheart. Watch her. She's great. I've gotten to meet Chessie&Me does stuff. I've never gotten to meet Chessie&Me before in person. Basic Stitches. I got to see Jamie and Jordan. I usually see them at market. I've spent a lot of StitchCon time with them. Let's see. Like I said, I've been watching a lot. I've watched Paisley Stitcher Grace. She does a Flosstuber for the day. It's so much fun. Those ladies have so much stuff. Wow. You can get in a lot of trouble on those videos, but it's a ton of fun. Mrs. Jones Stitches. I've really enjoyed her kind of Blackbird book walkthrough. It's been a lot of fun as well. I watched So-and-So's Crimley Creative, Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, Snug Harbor Crafts, Daisy K Primitives. I said Finally a Farm Girl and Stitching Linda already. Stitchy Fix, Chessie&Me does stuff. Mega Stitches, who I did meet at StitchCon as well. Kathleen Trontrell, Stitching Faye, and then Cal Stitcher. I really enjoy Cal Stitcher's videos. She just had one yesterday, and she has tons of smalls. It's so much fun to watch. A lot of inspiration from that video too. So, I mean, all these videos are nothing but inspiration. So thank you, ladies, for all the work that you do. Ladies and gentlemen, for all the work that you do. I think that's really all that I had. Again, thank you for bearing with me this time. I know it's a little discombobulated. It's hard. So, I hope everybody gets lots of summer stitching in, a lot of patriotic stitching in, if that's what you're doing, Americana. If not, whatever makes you happy is how I look at it. Stitch what makes you happy, because you only got so much time. So, that's really about all. Again, I always say this is like the awkward goodbye, or the Midwesterner goodbye, where you say goodbye and you don't leave. I prefer the Irish goodbye of just walking out and never saying goodbye. But thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoy it. Of course, please subscribe, like, comment. I appreciate it all. All the comments have been wonderful. All the support has been wonderful, and I am very appreciative of that. So I hope you guys have a good July. God, can't believe it. I'm probably going to stick to this monthly 3-week, 4-week schedule. It seems to work the best for me. I think that's probably, unless I got something groundbreaking to tell you, which I doubt I will. I do have another trip coming up to Ohio at the end of July. And then I won't have any other trips until Hobby House in October. So looking forward to that. And, again, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. Thanks for all y'all do. And I hope y'all have a great summer and stay out of the heat. Bye.